Hello? 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 Bells and bells, what's going on, everybody? Your world champions are back on a Tuesday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That literally went through my head as we was coming out of the intro, man. So I was like, yeah, let me do that. Let me see how y'all gonna react. I got Joey. I got Matt up here. Guys, what's going on with y'all?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
I don't know. You got me started now.
Hello?
You know,
Hello?
there's a whole lot of people bragging after this weekend about the number of times they've won championships and so on and so forth, when none of that even matters. Because I don't want to be a Bells and Belts world champion but one time, and it's going to last forever, baby.
I'm just saying we're gonna have the longest reigning. Hey, I dare Bacon comes and try to take these belts from us. I will kick their ass. I will kick Bacon's ass. You heard it here first, y'all. You heard it here
Bacon
first.
likes to sneak up, and you never know when it's going to happen.
Bacon.
Yeah, I'm glad a
featuring.
wall is right behind me, so he can't sneak up on me. He going to catch me in the front, man. I'm not gonna have it. I am not having it.
That's a great comment. You look at the comments down there, Platinum, but I know we got to get through the list of comments here, but it's like there's a really great comment Platinum put out.
Absolutely. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good everybody. Actually, let's go to the comments, then I'll come back to that, man. Let's go to the comments, then I'll come back to that.
Wrestling Bonkers. We saw you use it like 30-some minutes early. Appreciate that. We really do.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, what it do? What it do?
What it do?
Evening, fellas. Even there, Platinum. Generic in the year 2000. Conan O'Brien.
Hey, I love that. Oh my God.
Bulla. Hey, that Generic again.
Bueller.
Yep.
Bueller.
Bruno's first run smokes all.
You ain't got to be a 16, 17-time world champion when you hold it for freaking 8 years or whatever. I mean,
hey,
you don't need a one title reign.
Hey, that's our goal. That is our goal. We gonna try to surpass Bruno's reign. I think we got this, y'all.
That's a long title run.
That's a long run.
Yeah.
The number of times just means you lost it that many times. But when you're Bruno Sammartino, baby, be champion for as long as you want.
Don't tempt the fate that is known as faking.
Dude, hey,
we put him in a 3-on-1 handicap match. Bring it.
Bring it. He
come on.
He may get past one of us. He gonna get past all three of us. I
Bacon is like the Grim Reaper, though. It'd be sneaking up on you, and the next thing you know, you ain't around, but your belt is.
I'm just saying.
Joey, really?
Yeah, man. Sure. Hey, man. Hey. But I really hope that everybody enjoyed their WrestleMania weekend. No matter. Really, Jobber? Really?
Depends on what we're talking about.
You have no faith in your Bells and Belts World's champion, man. Think about it. Think about it. We will use Man Up as a diversion. Joey is gonna use a nerve hold that his kids taught them from martial arts, and me, I'm just yes. Show him, Joey. Show him what you got for Bacon. If he shows up, would you show us pre-show?
I don't want him to find out the secrets. All right, you got to wait for that. Tune in next week, the week after, whatever. We'll get to it eventually, but not right now, Bacon. I can't let you know what's coming.
Exactly. Oh yeah, don't bet against Bacon. Dude, hey, Bacon don't want none. Father Time Brothers. Ooh.
That's a good question. Ooh. I like to see that, man.
Father Time's undefeated, so yeah, Bacon, you going down.
Still undefeated, man. I mean, I'm just saying, man.
You'll never get a hold of this beauty right here. Never.
Yeah, exactly.
That's saying.
But yeah, yeah. Like I've been trying to get out there. I hope everybody enjoyed their WrestleMania weekend. No matter how you celebrated, whether it's the big show itself, whether some of the other shows that's going on, or just taking in the atmosphere of the weekend. I hope it is what you hope you got out of it what you wanted to get out of it. I got a lot of stuff out of it. Like I told the guys, this past weekend, I literally sat back and I just truly enjoyed it as a fan. I try to disconnect myself just a little bit from all the extra noise and just looked at what was presented to me. But some stuff that you just have you have to answer, and you have to like really like truly enjoy it, whatnot. And this is truly one of them. Um, yes, I am here for this right here. We are in the second day of Dominic Mysterio's Intercontinental title run. I am here for this. Let me freaking tell you. After the match at WrestleMania last night had a title defense. The man is already a fighting champion. I mean, this guy is a 17-year veteran at 28 years old. I mean, he got his WrestleMania moment. So I'm here for it. And we're going to be tracking this historic title reign as we're 2 days in and many more to go.
This is like you bringing back the Honka meter.
This is gonna be the Dama meter then, because we're gonna be tracking Dominic's epic Intercontinental title run. Yeah, we're gonna be tracking this one. So,
but he don't know that
I'm sit back and
I'm
enjoy
a 3-time Intercontinental champion. So he just won.
And what?
I'm the 3-time Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, ain't no matter. We're focusing on Dominic at
I don't know why.
Because one he's the Intercontinental champion. Two he on night one as champion, within 24 hours he's already defended the championship, and he had a successful title defense. I'm here for it. And I'm sure this will be a very, very, very long countdown, and I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Yeah, I agree, Nesha. I agree.
Yeah, boo all you want. Boo all you want.
Bananas though.
Dude. The crowd with bananas.
He doubled back to the ring. He was leaving. He doubled back to the ring to celebrate.
Yeah, the crowd did. The crowd did pop for him. I will admit that.
They were showing the clips from what was that experience, the Cosmo experience, in which they were showing it. They popped too, so it's like,
it was I give him credit too. It was a nice looking frog splash he hit too to win.
He nailed.
Speaking of that, Joey, generic. He didn't beat Steiner, he beat his own Judgment Day partner.
He did.
Yep, he pinned Finn Balor.
He did. So, but it was good. It was good. It definitely had his moment. Well, you and Man Up are two peas in the pocket. You all think he sucks, but he's gonna suck while being the Intercontinental champion. So,
well, it looks like, I was saying this to Cedric offline, but it looks like WWE for a lot of what they were doing with the show went with a lot of youth. A lot of people were afraid Charlotte was going to win another championship. They went young. They stuck with Tiffany Stratton. They went with Dominic Mysterio. They went with Jacob Fatu. A lot of people think Jacob Fatu is older than he is. He's only 33.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of mileage left on him, and now's the time if you're going to use these guys, start building them up to be the next generation, the next main eventers.
Exactly.
You have to start now. You can't. Where'd Cedric go?
Good question. Where did he go? He kicked himself out of here?
Well, dang.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
I hit it, bud. And something else I was thinking about. Years ago, we was complaining about having to bring a lot of the old folks back and put them in these spots and whatnot. This card was very refreshing. Either using the talent. They made a couple of mentions about like a high majority of the roster went through NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos on that front. When they're trying to trend in that direction. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start working these guys in the mix. You see Braun Breaker drop that belt. Now he's on to something bigger.
Bigger.
Get him on to something bigger. He's in the mix now with these old timers that have been around and stuff like that. But they're the stars, and you have to start integrating with him with those people. He had to drop the IC title to keep going up, and you're seeing it. You know, they gotta do something with these guys and bring them up, because these guys that are 45, 46, 47, you know, or even close to 40, like Roman and Seth, you got to start thinking next generation. What are we going to do? Because these guys don't have that many years left to keep doing it.
Yeah, and
that's why I've been saying that. Bring everybody else up. Tired of the same old thing. Let's move on.
They seem to pull the trigger on that with several 13 matches and stuff.
Absolutely. 13-time champion. Come on now, it's time to move on.
Exactly. Yeah. Give us something different. And we definitely got something different with Dominic Mysterio be winning the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, it's definitely something different. So
they moved him, you know, he went up too. You know, they had to move him up, and he's young and he's got a lot of time left. He's only in his 20s. It's like, if you're going to start using him at a higher level, you got to start thinking how you're going to get him there. And this is the start of that. If they're going to try him out and see how he does, and see if he's going to be ready in a few years to move up from there to another level, or sooner than that, even, you know.
Exactly. Let's just say she won a Charlotte. I'm over Tippy Top, and
me too. I'm over Charlotte. Well, I'm over Charlotte.
Well, yeah, and I get that. So Tiffany needed that more than Charlotte, and they went that direction. So that's good. That was good on them. On that,
they have to go with it, because Charlotte's beat down. You know, she ain't got that much longer to do this anymore. So you got to start thinking, like in this case, Tiffany Stratton being, you know, mid-20s, you know, with charisma, and she can do a lot more in the ring than Charlotte could ever do. Let's be real. It's time to start pushing that younger talent and keeping her on top. Yeah, her losing the title to Charlotte, what would that have done for the company or anything like that? It wouldn't. It's like, great, another time for Charlotte to be on top. It's like, Charlotte is made already. Like, you have to have somebody else get made, in the same way that they used that tag team match to build Lyra, and now she's going to be working with Becky Lynch going forward. There's, you know, you can see the wheels in motion here, and the stuff they're planting to push these younger talents up hard. Yeah.
Flair is the steppers. I would say stepping stone, but I would say that at this point of the she needs to do her part for the business and elevating that next generation. Winning
another belt ain't gonna do anything for her. It's nothing. She's won plenty of them. You've got to start. If you as a fan are going to take Tiffany Stratton seriously as a champion, it takes wins like that. She can't just, if she lost that match, it's like, okay, well, she was the champion, but who did she beat? It's like, okay, now she's starting to stack bodies and get names behind her. So
exactly.
Got to let her beat some people that matter.
Yep.
One more thing before we get into our top 10, because we are doing our top 10 favorite 2000 so whatnot. But I enjoyed the triple threat match with the women. That was a freaking great freaking match. It didn't go too long. It was everything was right. Great moment for EO. Come out.
I think that stole the show.
That was the match of the weekend for me.
I think that match stole the show. Congrats to those ladies. I give them a round of applause. Congrats to those ladies.
That was a great.
I mean, if you're going to go out first, that's how mentality should be. Set the thing off really, really good, and try to make people figure out how to follow you from there.
Exactly.
I'm going to pose a question to you two before we get into our top 10. Because my wife asked me this. I'm going to ask y'all too. How long do y'all think Jey Uso is going to hold the title?
Not long.
I'll give it to SummerSlam if before then.
I was thinking about 2 months.
I think it's clear it's probably going back to Seth Rollins sometime soon.
It
feels like it anyway, that they want to, that they're putting him back in front. And I feel like he'll have, people are predicting Sami Zayn's gonna going to be his first challenger or whatever.
Yeah,
That'll be a
yeah,
throwaway match, but then you get to a bigger show where somebody that's a little bit higher up. I don't see him holding it for long, but I'll tell you this. No, next month I think is when John Cena's dropping the belt. I do think he'll be dropping it to Randy Orton.
You think it's going to be that soon?
Yeah.
I think SummerSlam.
No, it ain't going to go that long because he's not even going to be on the road that much or anything. Plus, do you really think they're going to have Randy Orton lose to John Cena now? I don't see that happening.
I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, Backlash is in St. Louis.
Do you really think they finna have? I mean, it could happen, but it's like really, not with the way Randy Orton's character work has been and the direction they're sending him and stuff like that. It's hard to see him going out there and losing to John Cena now.
Yeah,
John Cena looks rough.
Yes,
he looks ran over.
That was a rough main event, dude. It was.
John Cena couldn't really move. You could tell he couldn't. He couldn't move.
Yeah.
It's like it's
time to
they slowed the match down so freaking much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
if Randy Orton is slowed down, you really can't tell.
Because
he's hitting the greatest hits and he's doing what he needs to do his thing out there and make you believe in it, you know. So and let's be real, Randy Orton is 3 times the worker John Cena ever was.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And speaking of Randy Orton, what do y'all think about him squashing Joe Hendry?
That was not a squash.
That wasn't a squash.
I think it was. They didn't let
Joe Hendry. A squash would have been him going out there and laying him out with an RKO and just covering it.
I think I think they should have let Joe Hendry
on him and stuff.
They should have let Joe Hendry do a little bit more than that, though.
Well, they probably didn't have time.
It was perfect. It was perfect for what it was supposed to be. They got the OMG moment by making his appearance. Yeah. You know whatnot. The culture and the relationship partnership they have with TNA. So their brand was on WrestleMania, seen by billions worldwide. So that accomplished the mission.
And if you're going to lose to somebody, if you're the TNA World Champion and you're going to lose to somebody, that's who I'd want to lose to. I'm not saying he should have won,
but I just think it should have been a better match, a longer match.
Well, it looked like they didn't have time.
Yeah,
it looked like they didn't have a lot of time for the match. So that's a big part of it too. Is they had to get what they could in, and it told a very simple story. He took Hendry did his gimmick, and he took his eye off the ball, and he got caught.
Yeah.
Would it have made sense for Joe Hendry to kick out of the RKO after that? No.
Oh,
you don't kick. You got to protect his finish.
No, I ain't saying that.
Now
I ain't saying that.
Off of that to go in and challenging for the WWE Championship. So that's his last match. Now he's going to challenge for John Cena. So he needed to look strong, and you're not kicking out of his finish.
He lost to the eventual champion. Exactly. So
good hell.
That's all I'm saying. I think Orton is getting the belt, and I think there'll be a story there with him and Cody going forward.
Okay.
Well,
okay. All right. We're 20 minutes in, guys. We're going to zip through these our top 10 from 2000. I was having fun though doing that. I'm doing impromptu recap, man. So, but yeah,
we've talked about a lot of these people over these last 10 episodes, so we can get to it pretty good here.
We'll get to pretty good. As always, this is our top 10. We're gonna count down from 10 to 1. Your favorite top 10 wrestlers from the decade that was the 2000s. We're gonna get started with Joey.
All right, I've got Scrap Diety himself, Adam Pearce, is my number 10. You know, this took a lot of staring at my list from over the years to figure out where to place these guys. It always does this type of thing. But I felt like he definitely belonged on the list because he definitely was one I kept my eye on through the 2000s and watched. And again, great appreciative of his work. And here's another guy that you see on Monday Night Raw, but if you don't know his history, he's got lots of matches on YouTube, and
absolutely
go back and check him out. Go back and see the reigns, the 5-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, and what he accomplished in that period, the matches he had, and everything. Because Adam Pearce is a great in-ring wrestler, definitely, and I was a big fan of him in the 2000s.
Absolutely. All right, man. Who you got at number 10?
I got you cleaning your belt over there.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
All right, number
world
10.
champion.
Number 10, like I got Lita. I will say Lita did what she could have done. I think she could have done more, but I think she was doing what she was supposed to do back in those days, putting that in quotes. And I will give Lita credit because she kind of stepped outside of the normal box of like the bra and panty matches and stuff like that, and actually was wrestling, I guess you could say. Now, she did have a couple of those matches, don't get me wrong, but she kind of stepped outside of that box. Her and Trish and all them, and everybody else I can think of at the top of my head. But yeah, so I got Lita as my number 10.
Did you have Lita at all in your list coming up? I don't even remember if you did.
Yeah, I had Lita on my list a couple of times.
Okay, good
Maybe
deal.
twice.
All right, at number 10, I got Shawn Michaels. He made his return after injury. Had his run. Had some key matches with Undertaker and Ric Flair and Mania in this year, as well as Chris Jericho. So I got Shawn Michaels at number 10 on the list. All right, let's go to the comments.
Alrighty. Right now we got number 10, Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
All right.
Good deal.
No wrong
All
with
right. Keeping the party going. Number 9, Joey.
I have the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels.
Sure.
I cannot talk about the 2000s without including him in for me in my list.
Sure.
We'll leave it at that.
Good deal. Man up.
Alrighty. Give me a second here. Thought you were gonna go a little bit longer, but
No
worries.
My number 9, of course, like I was just talking about earlier, is Beth Phoenix, another one that stepped outside of that norm for women's wrestling back then. You know, she was actually showing that women can go.
Go ahead and bring mine up as well, man up. Beth Phoenix is number 9 for me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely she had a dominant run as champion. Was definitely seen prominently with Santino when they were doing the Glamorella gimmick as well. Definitely during the second half of the decade. So I got on the list. Let's go to the comments.
Yeah, that was some funny shit. Her and Santino. I don't know. They was just an odd couple that were funny. All right. They got number 10 for Brock Lesnar. Got Brock Lesnar at number 10, excuse me.
Okay.
Number 9, All Japan Triple Crown champion, Minoru Suzuki. Yeah.
Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah. Murder Grandpa for the win. All righty. RVD. Okay.
Hey, Generic Driver, did you see did you see Minoru Suzuki's match? Which one? Yeah, at DDT. Let me know if you saw that or not.
Okay.
Number 8, Joey.
Right, I have Nigel McGuinness.
Aha.
Definitely a mainstay on my lists for the 2000s here. Shown here with the Ring of Honor Pure Championship that he had an outstanding run with, as well as the Ring of Honor World Championship. Again, this guy changed the game during this era for technical wrestling and his ability. Definitely helped define Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Absolutely. Good deal. All right. Man up.
All right. I got Shawn Michaels, as you were just talking about all the matches he had. Don't forget he was a champion at Elimination Chamber with the world title. He did not want that title on him. I do remember he was telling Vince, get this title off of me. I think he was just done. He knew his time was up, and I can respect that. So Shawn Michaels is my number 8.
All right. I got the Macho Man at number 8. Everybody knows that he's my favorite, but he's my guy. I'm gonna put him on the list. It's not gonna have him high for the decades. He had that quick cup of coffee in TNA. So yeah, Macho Man at number 8. Let's go to the comments.
Alrighty. All right, Cedric. No, they did not see it. They have to check it out.
Dude, that match was a freaking classic. Oh my gosh, you've got to check that out.
Generic and Platinum both got CM Punk at number 8.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, Joey, number 7.
All right, I have Samoa Joe.
Samoa
Joe, man, still killing it. Just won the AEW Trios championships.
Absolutely.
I'm like, damn, man, Joe. I hate that he pretty much said on an interview he's only got like maybe a couple of years longer he's going to do this. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how he feels in a couple of years. I'm like, man, I hate to see that come to an end. But in the 2000s, man, golly, between Ring of Honor, his come up in TNA, definitely a great leader, definitely a great brought something different to professional wrestling, and that's what I liked about him. Especially, he was very different, unique.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was sitting there thinking that when I as I was coming up with my list, and I was looking at all the shows this weekend. A lot of folks from a lot of folks is which either have retired or or winding down their careers or whatnot, or falling into the background. Like I was just that was just a thought that just came across my mind this past weekend. I guess with Cena talk about his farewell tour and all that stuff. I don't know. It was just a thought that came across. Man up, number 7.
All right, my number 7, Chris Jericho. Woo! Yeah, love Chris Jericho in the 2000s. I know he debuted in 99 in the WWE. But of course, who could forget the Y2J stuff and him feuding with The Rock and the altercation he had backstage with Brock Lesnar and all that good stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, and of course becoming the first undisputed champion, stuff like that. So yeah, Got to put Chris Jericho on this list for all that he has done, and he is still going. He said he don't plan on retiring no time soon.
Yeah, everybody's facing their own freaking journey. So we shall see. He just dropped the Ring of Honor world title to Bandito as he should. So at number six, I got Jeff Jarrett.
7. Number 7.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah,
okay.
I got Jeff Jarrett. Without a doubt, it's instrumental in the formation of TNA. Helping develop and bring along talents and whatnot, getting them over, getting that brand over, and couldn't do it without Jeff. So got Jeff at number 7. Let's go to the comments. This is looking good.
Number 7, Platinum got Undertaker.
Okay.
Generic Jobber got Pro Wrestling Noah, founder and 5-star match machine Masawa.
I'm sorry, that did not sound like Kenny Omega. I'm sorry, that did not sound okay. I'm sorry, that was a bad attempt.
Well, not in the 2000s.
I know that was my bad. That was my bad attempt at a joke. I'm sorry. Joey, number 6.
All right, my number 6 is the legend himself, the many time IWGP Heavyweight Champion Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Nice.
This is the real legend getting ready to retire, pro wrestling wise.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm gonna hate to see that, but man, by watching him, I know he's got to go because he looks rough now himself. But man, in the 2000s.
Yeah.
In the 2000s, though, Tanahashi was something to behold. Now he was absolutely dominant.
Okay.
Good
deal. All right, man up. What you got?
All right. Well, my number 6 is Edge. Of course, in the 2000s, that's where he lined up with Vicky and Chapo and all of them. Also, too, he.
Man up. Do me a favor. I'm at number. I got him at number 6 as well. Go ahead and put my picture up, please.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and put my picture up. Thank you. Okay, much better. I saw a bastard in that picture. All right.
I see a bastard in the next picture. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see how that's any better.
This is
I
better.
would say this: the Oval IC is better than the Spinner WWE Championship.
Good point, Joy. Good point. But I go and put my picture back up, please. please.
The Spinner WWE. Go ahead, but Spinner WWE Championship looks like a kindergartner freaking made this out of. Like somebody.
I was telling
that.
I was telling a coworker of mine this one day. I'm not saying nobody don't hate the Spinner or whatever. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but I never heard nobody say it looked like a toy until The Rock said it.
It does look like a toy.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it doesn't, and I'm not saying nobody never said it. But I'm just saying I never heard not one single person say that until The Rock said it that day. Now
it was the belt that the company wanted to use.
Now I hear it all the time. It looked like a toy. Like, wasn't nobody saying that before The Rock said it though?
The crazy
not on
crazy
TV.
Thing, yeah. But
I'm talking about. No, I ain't talking about other wrestlers. I'm talking about fans. With no fans saying it until The Rock said it.
I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people were saying negative stuff about that belt, especially, but specifically that it would look like a toy. I don't know, maybe, but
I don't know. That belt had got some freaking longevity on it. He had that thing way long, boy.
Then I seen people talking about they don't like the belt, but they buying it and stuff like that. I'm like, if you don't like it, why are you buying it? It makes no sense to me. I mean, your money, you do what you do. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Me, if I don't like it, I ain't buying it. It's just what it is.
It's probably those who do like it, and that's
yeah. However, he said that he doesn't really like people and put them on his top 10 list.
Ooh,
yeah, you have done that.
I've done that because of they're wrestling. Yeah.
But still,
no,
you don't like them.
What did I just say though? But what did I just say? If I don't like the belt, I'm not gonna spend my hard-earned money to go buy it.
No. But
that's different than putting somebody on a list.
I understand it, but here's the contrast in comparison, whatnot. When you do that, when you say one thing, and it's not, but you're doing the opposite. I know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So.
All right, let's go to this comment.
Yeah, let's get to these comments.
Rubbing it out, doing the live stream, Cedric, unbelievable.
Dude, yes.
Cheat code activated. Samoa Joe,
shiny, baby.
Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels. Okay.
Arguably the greatest match of the 2000s.
Sure.
At least in America.
Kurt Angle for them number 6. Because people are robots, man. Thank you. Because I'd never heard one fan say that until The Rock said it. I'm not saying nobody didn't say it. I said I had never heard nobody say it.
Here's the thing. As much people hate that belt or hate any belt, there's somebody out there who will freaking like it. So I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It goes along with the wrestling threshold as well. Like some folks will watch this. They'll want to watch it. They'll watch something else. It's like you go. You said it before, man. If people are going to support what they're going to support. So
okay. Yeah, okay. I think that's way off topic of what I'm saying, but okay.
All right, number 5, Joey.
Oh.
All right, I have Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
Again, talking about what's that?
Oh, young Shinsuke.
Yeah, 2000s, yes.
Yeah.
Everybody was young in the 2000s. Well, even I was young in the 2000s.
No, you wasn't. You were still old. Don't even try it.
All right.
I mean, all right. Still to this day, man.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that's still, like, to me, the most beautiful championship belt. They should have never switched off of that belt. They should just got a new one made. I don't know. Something about that IWGP version 4 is, to me, is the greatest championship belt I've ever seen. But anyway, enough about that. Shinsuke Nakamura coming up first, then developing his character later in the decade into the King of Strong Style that would, pass away RIP maybe like 8 years ago or whatever. Unfortunately, not him, but the character.
Yeah.
I miss Shinsuke. I miss the King of Strong Style. Miss that.
You ain't gotta miss him, Joey. You can see him almost every other week on SmackDown if you really want to see it.
I said I miss the King of Strong Style. I
know, George. I'm sorry.
I miss.
I'm sorry.
For the love of God, I hope the rumor is true that he's leaving so he can go to Pro Wrestling Nowhere somewhere, cut him loose, and let him be him.
I don't know if it happened yet, but that was the rumor.
Yeah.
All right, man. Number 5.
Of course, I got my boy Kane. Of course. Got to put Kane on my list for the 2000s. I know a couple of years, I didn't, a couple of shows, I didn't have him on the list, but yeah. Got it for the whole 2000s, yeah.
You did.
Enough said.
You didn't. You neglected him. You treated Kane like you treated Kane like a redheaded stepchild on the 2000 list. You sure did.
Well, he wearing a red suit.
My number 5 is Chris Jericho. Yeah. Undisputed champion. I dug the run after that he had as world champion, wearing the suits and whatnot, using the big words. I'm sorry, that condescending character really resonated with me. So yeah, I got him number 5. Let's go to the comments.
Man, I loved it when Stone Cold was following him around backstage and stuff. Talking about Stone Cold stalking him. Oh, funny. I didn't mind the U.S. spinner compared to the world. Okay.
Nah, not really.
NES game Genie activated for the last time for this list. New Japan saviors Tanahashi and Nakamura.
Jabba, you had about a tie. You had a tie for 5th. Boy, man, goodness gracious.
Dudley's Team 3D. Yeah, I know, Joey. You ain't got to say it. I know. You ain't got to say it, Joey. I told you they trolling Joey. They are trolling Joey. I'm telling you.
If you want to waste a choice on your list on trolling me, knock yourself out. But that's boy. Comes the Legion of Buffet.
Ooh,
number 4.
Oh, damn. Go ahead, Joey. Number 4.
Jesus.
All right. I have the chosen one, the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett.
Okay.
Man, just again, one of the most influential people of the 2000s as far as like creating and like you said, creating a company, having a vision for that along with several other people, but and then bringing up talent. You don't get a lot of the talent you watch to this day without Jeff. You don't get, or even over the last 10 years, let me say, you may never have gotten a chance to see some of the people you see in even up in WWE or AEW without Jeff putting them on the map and seeing the talent in them. And that's a special gift. And again, the 6 reigns he had as the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, I thought he did a great job with. I think he was a fantastic world champion, and
I didn't know he was 6-time. Okay, wow, okay.
Well, that's 6 NWA world titles. He had 4 WCW, a couple of AAA. He's had a lot more world titles than people think.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying I know it was 6 NWAs. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All righty. My number 4, Kurt Angle. Of course.
I hate that we're like right there. We took the man up. I got Kurt Angle at number 4 as well.
I think you've been watching me. That's all that is. That's all. Just gonna be honest.
We need to hurry up and get done with this damn show because me and you on the same wavelength is messing with my mental at the moment.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
It is, man.
The numbers don't lie.
Shut up, Joey.
I didn't even hear what he said.
He said, never mind. You ain't hear it. It wasn't meant for you.
Okay.
Kurt Angle from WWE to TNA. Definitely stay within the top of the landscape of the wrestling business. Got him at number 4. Let's go to the comments.
This is random, but I heard an interview with him when he left TNA, by whatever year it was, 2015, 16, whenever. I don't remember what year he left, but when he left, he was getting $25,000 per indie appearance, according to him, and do no more than a 10-minute match.
Whew.
That's why he was booked in the UK. Like those guys were paying him 25 G's for a 10-minute match overseas, especially.
Damn.
Hey man, hey.
I take it too.
I ain't even mad. He was getting that money.
Per match, I take it.
Yeah,
there ain't no indie promoter I'm paying anybody $25,000. You can't draw that money back.
That ain't his fault.
Hey.
Oh no, I'm not mad at him for getting the money.
hey, Joey, get it on the gimmick pictures. I'm just saying.
You ain't gonna get $25,000 back on no indie show,
dude. Shoot, quick math. If you $50 per picture. If you get
you ain't getting all that.
You get 100. You get 100. That's 5,000 right there. If you get 100 folks, take a
if you can draw enough people to even make that math make sense. Man, no.
I don't know.
He ain't getting it back.
I ain't gonna say that he did, but
what do you think of What Culture indie show packed a house to? A couple thousand at best, maybe, and that's being nice. Even if you ain't getting that money.
10, $15 at $1,000. That's 15. If it's 15,000, if
you ain't getting that money.
Yeah.
All right. And you got to pay all the other talent. Pay for building.
Just gonna say you can't break even.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to we get the comments.
All righty. Dudley Boys.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I got one more coming. I'm talking about what Joey's talking about earlier.
Okay.
The longest reigning GAC champion, Kenta Kobashi.
Okay.
Here you go, Joey. Just for you. Nah, they just joking. They got
terrible taste.
Nah, they just joking. They got Eddie Guerrero. They messing with you.
All right.
I told you they trolling Joey. They trolling Joey.
They trolling me. It's his list. If you put the Dudley Boys on it, I'm sorry for you. I feel bad for
you. Damn.
All right, number 3, Joy.
All right, I have Raven.
Okay.
I'm not going to go too much into detail about it. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. Definitely, I thought his work in TNA was exceptional through the time he was there. I didn't even talk a lot about the numerous different angles and stuff he did, but winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship in the King of the Mountain was a great moment, in my opinion. And then I even like the stuff he did later in the decade and stuff, and even the stuff earlier when he first arrived in TNA. Again, CM Punk. To hear CM Punk in interviews give Raven a lot of credit for helping him along and teaching him and stuff like that is a nice thing to hear. And that kind of thing happened in the 2000s in TNA when Punk was there and they had the gathering with Julio De Niro and Alexis Lurie and Raven and stuff like that. They learned a lot from Raven. Raven is underrated. He's a wrestling genius, and that's across the board. People think about him.
Absolutely. Good deal, man up.
All right. I got Stone Cold for my number 3. Of course. What more can you say about this guy? I'm gonna pull a Joey. Enough said. Stone Cold. I got him in number 3 because later in the 2000s when he was starting to wind down, but he was still going strong for most of it. But number 3, Stone Cold.
And then in the 2010s, we got Stone Cold E.T.
We did. Wait a minute.
Cedric knows who he is, at least.
I don't
Do
think
you?
I know.
I had to think about who the hell you talking about. Shut up, Joey.
I don't think I know.
Go look it up, man. Up when the show gets over.
Oh.
Look it up. Stone Cold ET. It's great.
Oh,
dear
He
God.
left. This man was just shooting YouTube videos, going through drive-throughs, doing a Stone Cold impression with an ET mask on, and that man ended up leveraging a short run in the pro wrestling business. Like, he was at gimmick tables and everything in the gimmick, and had a vest
Jesus.
made and stuff. And
I see what you're
He was
talking about. I'm
coming-
looking at it right now. I see what you're talking
he
about.
came out there stunning people on indie shows and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I'm not even mad at him for working that gimmick and bleeding it dry.
Okay. I ain't never heard of that, but okay.
Were you aware about Shark Boy in the 2000s doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shark Boy,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, get
hell
money.
yeah.
Hey, look, it kept him on the show for a lot longer probably than he would have had if he didn't work that shit for a little bit.
Hey, but like you always say, ain't mad at you for getting your money.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
man.
that's how you can tell Kevin Nash had influence, because he's the reason we got so many years of Black Machismo and all that stuff, because it popped him and he had influence in TNA and stuff like that. So,
all right, who you got?
hey, man, he
there,
helped those guys get stay on the show getting paid. So,
I got Black Machismo Jay Lethal, man. Off of the Black Machismo gimmick alone, man. Like I said before, man. Like this is where we truly started to see the range of Jay Lethal, man. With this character, and to what we see later on with Ric Flair and all that as well. So it was good seeing this.
he went all the way with the gimmick too. Like he
did.
But
he really did.
He went like the opposite direction. He started with that gear with the cowboy hat and everything, and then he went into the more classic Macho Man stuff after that.
He did.
But it's like, man, he really went all the way with the gimmick, and that's what made it great. If you're going to take on something like that, you gotta run with it, and he did.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the comments.
All right, so number 3, TNA collector and IWGP third belt holder, Kurt Angle. Okay.
Kurt Angle, yep.
And the man who crashed his RV into the barricade this weekend.
Oh, dear gosh.
Stone Cold. I forgot to mention that earlier.
I don't think he expected that four-wheeler to have that much kick.
Dude,
yeah, cause you can tell he was turning.
He was struggling with that.
He was turning, but the RV was going.
He just
straight.
ramped it up too fast. He took off. It was too much acceleration. He didn't. I don't think he understood that it was going to jump off like that.
Yeah,
the thing had more power.
Yeah, I don't really blame him, but hey, it happened, and it is his fault. But you know,
yeah,
nobody cared.
Yeah,
they just want to see him out there.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. All right, let's go to the comments.
We already did. Yeah, I said Stone Cold. Remember? All right, Joey, number 2.
Oh yeah, number 2.
All right, I have the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Okay.
Definitely his run across this decade from WCW to TNA, Ring of Honor, all the stuff, NWA Wildside, all the different small companies he was in, and the dominance, and again him being the face of TNA in the early years and everything, winning their Triple Crown multiple times over, and then coming back out later in the decade and beating Kurt Angle to be the TNA World Champion. Man, yeah, it's AJ Styles.
Sure.
He was one of the people that decade was defined by. Let's be real. He may not be who you first think of. A lot of people experience maybe with John Cena, Randy Orton, these guys, but it's like, come on, AJ's name belongs in that conversation.
Okay. No arguments here.
Good deal. Man up.
Cedric.
Number 2.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
Raise your pinky, Cedric.
Oh, yeah. I got number 2. I hate you right now, man. Jesus, man.
King Booker.
Yeah. I got him at number 2 as well. Oh, yeah, man. Like that whole presentation, man. During his world title reign, man. Yeah.
Many people tried the King gimmick from King of the Ring and failed with it.
Yeah.
But King Booker ran with that, just like we're talking
He
about with Jay
ran.
Lethal.
I love the fact that he said
gimmick and he ran with it.
he said he studied a lot of King from back in the day, from back in the past, like King George and all of them. And he said he studied how they act and talked and all that stuff, and he incorporated that into his gimmick. So, and the funny thing that he said, this is out of Booker T's mouth himself. He said people really thought he was a real king and always treated him out to dinner. He said he never paid for a meal for a whole year because people thought he was a king.
Wow. I went to dinner in the Crown?
That's what he's he said in the Crown, but people thought he was a real king. So people, treated him out to dinner and stuff.
Huh.
Yep.
I did. Okay.
That was just too funny when he said that. Too funny.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and go to the comments. Number 2, the first man to hold the IWGP belt and Triple Crown titles at the same time. Yeah, him. I can't say that one.
Yoshi Kojima.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Joey. And Chris Jericho. Alrighty.
All right,
Joey.
we come to number 1 for the year the 2000s. Joey.
Man, my 2000s ain't much different from my 90s with this. And my number 1 is Sting.
Okay.
Sting is still on the tip of people's tongue today in 2025, and he's been that way since the 80s. Like this man can do no wrong. He was still an icon in the 2000s, in my opinion. Still killing it.
Yeah. Just retired, last year, I think? Or was it earlier this year?
He's doing the conventions now with that big old bushy goatee that he's
painting. Oh, my gosh. I'm like, this dude is literally growing his stuff out, man. I'm like, He's like, y'all go get the face paint, but y'all go get this beard too. I'm like, dude.
I saw the picture of him, Kevin Nash, and Luger doing the Wolfpack pictures and stuff like that at WrestleCon this past weekend. And he had the red Wolfpack face paint on, but he did not cut that goatee. That thing is bushy and he painted it just like his bit. Like he's still painting up for the pictures, the photo ops, because that's what people want.
Hey,
but
yeah. For the rest of this year, after 2025, he said he's not putting a paint on no more. So, like, get it while y'all can, man.
If you want the pictures with him, you got to get it this year.
You got to get it.
I don't blame him. She's like 65 years old now or something. I don't even.
Jesus Christ. All right. All right, man. Up number 1. I think we got the same freaking one.
We do? Okay. Well, my number 1 is going to be Triple H.
Never mind. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Now I got to know who's your number 1 now that you said that. But of course, Triple H, the man who just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. People say he put himself. Doesn't matter if he did or if he didn't. I think he's well deserved of it. Yeah. He's well deserved of it. Don't care.
Well, he wasn't well deserved at that damn length of his speech, though. Good.
Yes. God. Yes. That damn speech was like 45 minutes.
Like 2 minutes. Triple H talked for freaking like 45 minutes.
Yep. Booker T was falling asleep in the crowd.
Everybody in my was falling asleep in the crowd, man. Dude,
he turned it off after like 20 minutes. I was like, I can't even believe I sat there for that long.
And the funny thing, when he was giving the speech, I said, I remember back in the day when he was told to tell Ric Flair to cut it short. But look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, who you got, Cedric?
Stone Cold Steve Austin in number 1.
Oh yeah, I already had Stone Cold.
Yeah. He was my guy in the 2000s. Man, raising hell, doing what he do. Stone Cold Steve Austin at number 1. Let's go to the comments for the last time.
All righty. Number 1, the belt collector of the 2000s and second man to simultaneously hold the IWGP belt and Triple Crown, Kinjimoto Great Muta. I put some respect on King Booker's name and put him at number 1. Okay, can't go wrong with that. Have a great. Oh, he gave a Stevie Wonder speech. I'm sorry.
Shit, he gave a Mr. T speech except nobody told him to stop. I guess the highlight was that him giving that big old nasty, big old kiss to Shawn Michaels on the lips right there on the Hall of Fame. I'm like, I guess if that's your thing.
That's a good point. I was looking at the like with him when Hunter was giving his speech, when Luger was giving his speech. Also, Lex Luger stood on his feet for 10 minutes to give his speech, man. I mean,
yeah.
He just didn't get much time to talk. It's really that kind of sucked.
Yeah. He said, I got to stand up for this one. Yep. Yeah.
That was good seeing him stand up, but Luger, it's really sad that so many people were talking shit against him getting a spot. You can't give me one good reason Lex Luger doesn't belong in any wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't a great technical wrestler, and he
what?
Okay. He was a freaking main eventer for years and years and years and years in the business.
A staple in Jim Crockett Promotions and in WCW. So
and in WWF he was a top level star. And when he came to Monday Nitro back on that night, it was impactful. Like people were shocked. He had that much star power to when he showed back up on Nitro from WWF overnight like that. People noticed, and it was a big deal. And when he beat Hogan, even when he had that second world title reign, but it was really short, it was a hell of a moment on Monday Nitro, and it was part of WCW's success during the Monday Night Wars. That shocking victory where he put Hollywood Hogan in the torture rack on there and made him submit. I'm like, these are big moments. He deserves his props for that.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, gentlemen, we have made it through the 2000s. I think we started this like in October of last year, Joey.
We got some mileage out of it.
We got some mileage on the 2000s, man.
So.
We did. Yeah. We thank everybody for keeping with us on the 2000s. We're going to take a break from the series to doing a series like this for a while. We're going to decide as to which direction we're going to go with the series, but that doesn't mean we're not going to bring you top 10s. We're going to drop the top 10s, but we're just going to take a break from doing the series.
If you got some ideas out there for a cool series of top 10s, hit us up with it. We do take ideas. So if you got something we're not thinking of, I'd personally love to hear it, because we try hard to brainstorm and find these ideas. But hey, I'm stoked because of next week's show.
Absolutely, man. Not only next week's show, but the week after that as well, Joey. Oh,
yeah, we're going to reveal that coming up real soon on the next.
You know what, Joey? Joey? No, we're going to reveal that right now. First off, fresh off of her WrestleMania week journey, we got the Renaissance woman, the Queen of Indies, Hyan, joining us next week here on the show, guys. Make sure you have your face in a place. And the following week, we bring on another legend there, Joey.
Absolutely, journeyman professional wrestler, a veteran of the territories. A guy that if you grew up in the 80s and even the early 90s especially, he was in our homes every week on television, on WWF, WCW, different shows he was on. Definitely a mainstay of the World Wrestling Federation throughout the mid to late 80s and early 90s. He also was one of the men that portrayed Doink the Clown on WWF programming, as well as on the independents. That's a story we'll get into. One of the few people that had Vince McMahon's actual blessing and licensing to do Doink the Clown on the independents. And that's Dusty Wolf, man, a true legendary journeyman professional wrestler whose career spanned 80s, 90s, 2000s into the 2010s until he finally retired. I can't wait for that either. We're going to really go deep here, go back to the old days, the territory days with him coming up and stuff like that. That's going to be really good.
And you know that's close to my heart, the territory. So I'm this is like the first this is like one of the first ones first guests who could really go in depth with us on that level. That was a part of the business at that time. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting his insight on that type of stuff. Make sure y'all have your questions ready for him. Have your questions ready for High-On next week, guys. We're constantly looking at bringing these folks on for these shows to be success. We definitely want you guys to be in the house with us. So you guys do there with us. It makes all the more better. I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
Big things coming.
Big things coming. We're constantly looking at doing. We're looking at bringing another this or that for you guys. For some reason, y'all really like this or that. So,
I mean, I do too personally. So
I do too personally.
It's always a good show.
Me too.
We're gonna do indie belts again. So you keep on coming back. We gonna keep bringing it to you guys.
We got the book. We're gonna be looking back into setting up our next. We got the book too.
Mm-hmm.
So
lots of stuff coming into the horizon as we get into the summer months, guys, and we're constantly working. We invite everybody to come along the journey with us. If you're not subscribed to us on our platforms, make sure that you subscribe to us. Not just here on YouTube, on Twitch as well. Our Facebook pages and on Instagram, guys. Let's get Instagram up to 100 followers, man.
Please do.
So as we continue, but as we once again pay tribute to Dominic Mysterio. 2 days and counting as Intercontinental Champion. He already dismissed himself. For him, for Joy, I'm your boy Sandra D. We will see you guys here next week here on Bells and Belts.
Really?
2 days.